Alright, here we go. An issue uploading today. Hello. Had an issue streaming as we get started, so here we go. Okay, this is probably going to be a short segment. Give myself a break and not go into too much too long tonight. Looks like we're powering up with the stream. Okay, let's see. Yeah, today's subject is Father Time, or Saturn Time. And there are, I looked for cubes, Saturn cubes. I didn't find a whole lot, and not to make things too complicated here. Before I go into all this, so we can just go into the intro. Well, also I think that there's Father Time. There's the Saturn. There's the that's not Saturn. That's the satellite that's coming from space. The China satellite. So gotta love it. Let's see here. Where we at here? Okay. All right. Those are new. This is ivantaller.com. We have private sessions here, and yeah, Google Hangout, Zoom, and channeling by phone. And this right here is the scheduler. If you can see it, no, this is the scheduler. Whereas other ways of connecting. Also have 5 minute questions that's usually delivered 5 to 10 days. I go as quickly as I possibly can, but do what we can here. Also have Spirit Social. Submit a question. Past life regression healing. Message from Yeshua, channel consulting, 5-minute healing, and spiritual connections. Reiki with Miguel, Yosium healing or services, and healing with Nick. Also have Patreon as for getting updates. I also do I haven't done it yet, but I do like video updates, like of what's going on with the channel and anything. Again, it's a Galactic Insider. I'll be doing that throughout the week, here and there, just something short. I also have the social network. Here's a link to this to the China satellites. Yeah, I'm not doing too good here, am I? This is the thing about there's another connection to Saturn. Also, there's a video on it. You can get a whole lot on it. Yeah, this is about the news, how they're all pretty much copying each other. Yeah, big surprise there. I think there was something else here. Well, definitely. Let's see. Well, if you want to find something new, this is a good place to find it. Let's put it that way. Quite interesting stuff. And of course, my mouse doesn't let me see everything. Blue moons. Oh, neat. I didn't know about that. That's cool. For tonight, the episode is Father Time Saturn. We are still doing the Reptilian Awareness Month also. But this goes into it. And now I've looked at other messages about it. And I got the same thing, at least with Saturn and Satan. It's pretty much Satan also, is connected to our time. And basically, they said also a old man, like Father Time is an old man, as you see that there. There's another thing is like Santa Claus, Satan, an old white man that's running everything, and whoever runs time is God. You can say it's another way of looking at it, which makes a lot of sense. And so this, which is connected to Christmas, most likely. And it's just another way of time is another way of mind control over the masses. As you connect to that, the more you can most likely release it. As we go through awakening, time will feel like it's either speeding up or letting go altogether. Oh, we get not all at once, of course. What was there? There's one other thing I picked up on. moment. Another thing, yeah, I've been attacked recently, and it's more of reptilians. Of basically, they cut your source, their connection to the source. I think people have dealt with this a lot, and they start messing with your mind, stuff like that. Basically, it's an attack. So, I've been dealing with that. I mean, that was only for a short period. It's fine now, but they're basically doing anything they can to shut us down, basically, and so doing, but. As for Reptilian Awareness Week or month, during the time of Atlantis, from what I got, as for this old man you are seeing, is connected, yes, like to an old Atlantean, basically, that turned against humanity. What this also seems like a false prophet. I am here to help you and save you, as like a cult leader, you can say. And so, as for what's going on with Saturn, a lot of negative beings came from Saturn. It came here, from what it seems. In secret, of course, and not easy to connect with, and not intended to be easy to connect with obvious reasons. But yeah, with definitely obvious reasons. Let's see here. But how they got here, what's their whole... Either way, they don't think... Now, yeah, I do know yeah, that's right, I did get a message about being life on Saturn sucks. That's right. Not something I connect to very often, but being on Saturn is not, it's their, I guess some of them are very controlling. Not all of them, but a portion of them are. And they came here, I guess they could, like you said, it feels like that the ones that got kicked off their planet came here. And so they're connected to your Illuminati energies, and it's not just the Martians that are connected. You can say all the planets, the beings that don't really care for much for us, are here. And so you can say Uranus, Pluto, all of that too, they're here causing difficulties for us. But once we remove time, does help us go into more of an ascension energy. So with Saturn is, yes, a mind blockage. I don't have so much time. I have no, we're all, time is ruling us. And that's the whole point of it. As for the elites, they don't really connect to it that much. They don't have to, but they do put that fragments on us. As for the reptilian connection I had yesterday, or is it today? Once again, they're trying to, either way. The reptilian attack I got today was basically they're getting fed up. That's their problem. They are losing their grip here little by little. But it's still, let's see here. As people become more independently connected to themselves, become less connected to time. Also, Saturn is, yes, connected to Christmas, an old man, that's God. Saturn is God over us because of time, basically. And I still feel it, yeah, it's very connected to an old Atlantean that's kind of like an esoteric, if I even said that right, probably not, but it's like one of the last Atlanteans that it feels like. Now this is something new I've not connected to. I've done the written text, I have a couple coming out, but this is something new I'm not connected to. It's an old man that felt like, has followers, basically. And I believe he took him from Atlantis, from what I see. Or if he did not, I think he did. I'm not sure where he went to, but he took his followers with him as Atlantis was being destroyed. And of course, he's a false prophet. And that this you can say it had Saturn connected to the Saturn energies, but either as part of the Illuminati energies. Also, it does seem like it's connected to, because what I connected to was outcasts. Basically, those that during the early times or the middle times of Atlantis, Anunnaki beings and whoever came here to manipulate Atlanteans. And some did go with them. So I called them the outcasts. They left. And it wasn't always negative. It was just different. And yeah, I don't think it was always like we're just going to destroy the world. It's just they went a different direction. But some did come back here to manipulate. And I believe this is one of them. That is, this Father Time is one of them, from what I'm gathering here, which makes a lot of sense. It's another way of putting us, into the mind manipulation, basically. But yeah, why people wear black robes? Why are like with the priests? The Vatican's very connected to Atlantis as a way of shutting our minds down by using religion as basically, pumping fear into our consciousness, basically to put us into a slave race. So, not just a false spirituality, obviously, as you can see. It's basically it's done through I'm not sure how long the Vatican. Either way, Rome. Either way, through the Vatican is like the religious headquarters of Satan, you can say. And happy Easter, everyone. That's kind of funny because I don't normally plan these, like where I'm going to go with this stuff, and it's funny how Saturn time and all that is on Easter. So, and Easter is usually I don't know how they move the days around, whatever. Illuminati took a day off today, whatever. But yeah, more of the religions obviously are part of it's a combination of cabal energies. It is all of the planets in our solar system used for negative forces against us, basically, as they are warning from us and we are warning from them. Let's see here. Let's see. A moment. I'm going to unknown territory here. Now for time, when Atlantis went down, pretty much time was added to us. It wasn't that strong, but during Egypt, it felt like it was still open, but then it eventually became closed. So, but all across the world, it does seem like time was becoming more connected to our consciousness. As we lowered our vibration, time became more part of us, put us in this prison system. So it's obviously not easiest to ascend when you're so used to being programmed. That was another thing. Now this is one aspect through what the text that I'm going to be putting out. I got also about archons. These demons or archons. Basically, a lot of the archons are our energies, basically, our negative energies, and it forms like a being, basically. The archon and also the archons help lower astral connect to us more. They're involved with us being taken over by lower astral. I believe it was always there, but not as strong. But as Atlantis went down, low vibration, lower astral. You say Atlantis as it went down. The archon energies were coming. That was fighting us too. It's like you're fighting unknown things you can't see. Of course, the Atlanteans can see a little bit more, but over time they couldn't. Like us, we can't see anything. Well, for the most part, we can, but we can't. It's kind of hard to fight what you can't see, or protect yourself from what you can't see. So if some entity is going to come and pick a fight with you and you can't see it, you're getting all these negative thoughts, you don't know what's going on. It's usually, it's just how can you win at that? And that's the game here. Yeah, it's pretty much like they put this world into like a hell environment. Yes, they added. When Atlantis went down, it almost like changed our contracts to more of a lower astral existence here. So lower beings can, take over our planet a lot easier, faster. They were here, but they were not. They didn't have a control over us. But now, once Atlantis went down, that was like all full reign. Of course, during Egypt, that was a protective energy. There's probably other places around the world with the Mayans also, but eventually it just overwhelmed us completely and took us down. As what we have now, but now we're changing that. Basically, we're unmasking what's here, and they don't like that. Obviously, they don't like us realizing that they're here, and all of this is just, they don't want to be recognized. They want people to feel this is normal, you're a human, this is all normal, this is life, deal with it. Instead, this is all lower vibrational forces that are basically putting us in a prison. and time has a lot to do with it. Basically, the god of time. So like this Atlantean, I don't have a name for him. It doesn't really matter. You can call him Satan. As and Lucifer got pulled into that too, because basically, from what I connected with Lucifer, they wanted to shut him down because he was bringing a lot. He was a positive influence, and they wanted to shut him down. So you can say they added his lower aspect to Satan, the devil, or whatever, eating children, or whatever this thing does. But they took Lucifer hostage, you can say, at least from what I'm getting. There's a lot more to that, but that's a part of it. Like his consciousness, basically, to make people fear Lucifer and make him look like the devil or whatever it was. And there were demonic beings in the past, for sure, that could be seen. Aliens are seen as demonic, and they're just strange looking, but they were no longer welcome here, as Earth's going into more of a third dimensional thought patterns. We didn't understand anything anymore. And so, yeah, coming in this world is like coming into hell, basically. Because they don't remember anything. We're getting attacked by all this stuff, too, obviously. Not just the stuff what we see, but the stuff we don't see. So we're getting hit on all fronts. And so that's the plan of our... as for us and our awakening, most likely a lot of these beings are being removed. Lower astral really needs to be cleared out, and it is a subject matter of many in their healings, but lower astral plays a big role in the problems here. Now those that the event is causing, yes, a rupture in lower astral, basically an influx of positive energies. That is true. But as for if there's going to be a physical event, it is where it seems like we're slowly manifesting it. As basically our energies are activating up more, basically to change the clock or remove the clock, or a clock of time, or you can't remove it. Well, we can, but it's like we're changing time, basically. So allow more positive energies to connect to the earth and transform into a new earth vibration. You can say we turned Earth into more of a Saturn-like world in some regard, but a higher vibrational world. So yeah, the lower beings here are from Saturn don't want us to go into a high density because they can't rule it as much. Saturn has been through a lot of conflicts, also similar to ours to a certain degree. But a lot of the lower energies, like the generals, this is coming through right now. Like the generals, the low energy generals, I know that sounds weird, but came here. I believe they're humanoid. I don't know what they look like exactly, not showing. But they came here to cause a lot of... they didn't want our Earth to ascend. They were kind of threatened by Atlantis and other beings here, and they just wanted to feel like the rulers of the Earth, just like the Reptilians. So it's a little bit of everything. You can say some of them do look shark-like to some degree, but they have I believe most of them are muscular humans in some regard. I don't know what they look like, something like that. They can be very skinny like us and very strange looking. Let's put it that way. But they don't really like the Marsh. Either way, they're all here. Saturn, Jupiter beings that don't care much for us here too. Of course, positive ones are here, evolved. Venus is more positive beings from Venus than they are coming from Saturn. Let's put it that way. Basically, also a lot of what's going on with Saturn is the beings, even in a positive, can be persuaded to rule over our planet. Meaning, they think that we're a threat to other worlds, and so they put we'll just put time on them. Thinking that they're doing something good and actually kind of making our lives even worse. It does seem like there's something around that going on with some of the Saturn. They feel like it was for the best, and then they themselves got manipulated, you can say. For what I'm gathering here, so time being put here was done, through Saturn energies. I believe others, but Saturn seems to be the one that really shut us down. From what it feels here, Saturn, Satan, is basically the ruler of our planet. Yes, it's connected to the Illuminati energies. This old man with the beard is more like the devil, basically. So Santa Claus is the devil. want to look at it. I mean, it's because it's all just a cult. Santa Claus is a cult. Coca-Cola, I believe, if I heard this right, they started putting Santa on their cans, and so that helped the whole Santa. This is like early 1900s, something like that, or 1800s. So that helped with the whole Santa thing to get it more into our culture. I don't know, there's probably a whole thing on there somewhere. But that, it's just basically to, you can say materialism. And there's nothing wrong with a party or anything like that, but this one's more like to brainwash us. I mean, it's so weird how people when the holidays come just automatically go buy stuff, or it's Easter, I'll go buy Easter stuff, or it's Valentine's Day, I'm gonna go buy some Valentine. What is this place? It's like, what is this? It's just, I mean, we're just programmed robots, aren't we? It's bizarre. So it's just, and those that go against it show that they're just outside of it. And those that are into it, just they show who is, that they can control, basically. Let's see here. The Saturn. Okay, I guess a lot of Saturn beings came here thinking they can assist humanity, didn't realize the darkness here, and they got manipulated over time, just like us. No big surprise there. The alien beings are assisting. A lot of Saturn beings became more dark over time, became part of our, I guess, a cult Illuminati to a degree. It does seem like they did become a part of it eventually. And that's another thing. Basically, and they're also showing us like blood, like you can say human blood, basically, our sacrifice to give them more power. That's why I guess the way Saturn is. Blood has a lot to do with their empowerment. So, and which makes a lot of sense, especially with human trafficking. It just has like this. It keeps the vibrations low here. Human trafficking, child trafficking, whatever it is. It keeps them in power, basically. It's like a ring around the planet. There's a child trafficking ring. It's just around our Earth to keep us under control. And they don't want and we're breaking the ring slowly. As more humans awaken, more of this stuff will come to an end. It's more they accept their spiritual response. Basically, it's just understanding this. Basically, it helps with raising your vibration. It takes time, but denying it, either way, it does seem like we're going into more of an awakening energy. Will go into more of the mainstream eventually. We're just building up to that. Let's see here. Blood sacrifice is a major part of our descension. The Arab world is, as you connect to it, yes, there's a lot of code energies around the Arab world also, as they want to keep it shut down. It's like when you send your awakening energies around, of course it's going to take some time. Especially when the Palestinians had their little scuffle recently. Jeez. It's going to be a while for that. But I'm connecting more with the Egyptian energies. Basically, Codex energies will bring enlightenment there. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Because there's so much reptilian energies that they do not want anybody to connect to that place at all. That's why they have the jinn. They have whatever fear is written everywhere. They don't want outsiders going there changing things. Anunnaki is there. All kinds of everybody's there basically in the Arab world. Of course, they're everywhere, but the Arab world is definitely they're protecting their sacred sites to keep the control going on. A lot of the what do they call it? Stargates are used against us also. Not always. Basically, accept responsibility that there's much going on that we're not seeing. This is a message from Spirit. Basically, it's just be aware of what you do not see, as what comes to mind is real, like images and thoughts, and more of that. Basically, that also helps in your awakening. Not always you have to see stuff, but when an image comes or a thought comes, most likely it is from. It's telling you that there is somebody here, or just giving you more messages or understanding, whatever it might be. It's just basically the more that you accept what is around you, does help you in your ascension. Basically, you don't have to know everything or see everything. There's more understanding that there's more going on in the physical realms that helps more the fourth dimensional realms come in. It's a gradual process, not to have to be very fast, but it's your understanding. Because most humans here don't. Some of them do, but like with the Catholic religion, some of them, but they don't really. It's just when you get images or you get thoughts, and it's all there for a reason, for your awakening. It doesn't have to be all the time. It'll be here and there, but because the Earth is at such a low vibration, it's almost like a violent. It's at a toxic energy at this time. Not all of it, but quite a bit of it is. And healing that takes, it's like a dark cloud around the world. And so healing that dark cloud, there are certain areas that are like the Arab world's part of it, at least. South America has been hit pretty heavily. So in these areas start to America, mostly around shopping areas. Black ops sites. Just a gradual shift, basically, through the consciousness. Basically, it's human consciousness also letting go of the negative thought patterns that have been, like, the mind is in a prison, of course. One moment. Yeah, this whole Saturn thing is still kind of. There's probably going to be more. They're really sacred. They're really careful. Follow time. You will find the Illuminati also, if you wish to. The consciousness of time, connecting to the consciousness of time. If you feel like being moved around or changed, that is, yes. It is a different vibrational beings that are there to change timelines and to cause, most likely. It's another way to connect to the alien energies here also, because this is where time is where the beings manipulate, also where it gets unmanipulated too. Connecting to the human consciousness also is another way of seeing the future if you wish to do so. But seeing what is going on around you is connected to the timeline. Time consciousness is another way of seeing where what is called. Mostly, if you connect to time, you most likely see, from what it seems here, Anunnaki beings. Ancient Anunnaki, they do stay in the timeline because they want to keep their timeline. Of course, that's where you got timeline wars. Of course, we're not going to see it, but in some ways we are affected by it to a certain degree. You notice how sometimes you have time, like some days go fast, some days go slow. That is part of the timeline war that's going on. I think when it goes fast, everything's going fine. When it goes slow, something's up. So I can look like, man, this day is taking forever. So that's part of the. It feels like that is where the scuffling is going on somewhere, which I'm not connected to before. It seems like, because when time should fly by, really. I mean, truly, that's a good thing from what it seems. Yeah, it's just time eventually will fly off. Leave altogether eventually, but going fast, and sometimes it slows down for a good reason, but usually when it's going fast, it's a good vibration if you're going at a good energy field also. But when it slows down, it seems like there's something up, from what it feels like. Something to connect to if you're interested in that. That's kind of a there's always timeline wars going on. As for what timeline wars are connected to also is the news media, as they know when events happen before they happen, of course, and they kind of build it up or they do some kind of nonsense. The media is very much part of the lower astral energies. They put money around it to hide it. They put like millions of dollars to hide all the kind of the darkness, satanic stuff that's going on there. Of course, not to say all the people in media are involved with it, but it is part of, it's Either way, it is part of it. Yeah, the mainstream media is, even if you don't listen to it, it doesn't matter. It's like they're almost like doing a seance. They're putting this stuff in the air no matter what. They're putting toxic energies into it. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Mostly it's not good. But they're putting this toxic vibration. Again, other people thinking the same way. And those other people you might not know of, but you're getting hit with it anyway. And so, as for when the mainstream media goes down, which it'll be like Atlantis going into the ocean. But this time it'll be for the best of everyone. So our vibrations will go up. So, as for when that will happen, even with the government, the current government, the current government has to shift. Not necessarily be tossed in the ocean, but it might always be a bad thing. But the current government will shift. It will go at a higher level, like in space almost. Well, either way, yeah, it's almost like it's. As for, let's see, negative of, okay, it's Reptilian week. Let's go into a little bit more of, let's see, the black projects. There is, oh yeah, MIB I was going to go into a little bit. Yeah, they're made not to be seen for good reason. There is male, there's female involved with it. As for the black projects, normally the MIB gets their orders off-world, but they do have ways into this world, like have a secret key or something, like a key energy they can connect to our world. But mostly, it's like a world of MIBs are under control. And some of them are robotic. It all depends. They're all different. It's different types, like Zetas. They're all, or any being from it. Some are robotic, some are not. It depends on the mission. Like the ones in robotic, are more out in space, it seems. Of course, here we call them MIB, but that's fine. They have different names, obviously. As for the black projects here, because that, with us connecting more to the shadow government, at least the awakening of the shadow government. Let's see, like in Russia, they're trying to take over Russia, but they're not having this. Russia has made alliances with other Palladians, other positive beings. Of course, there's a shadow energy there, but either way, they have not connected to the full shadow government system here. They haven't complied to it. That's why they get hit with sanctions and stuff like that. Not seen as an ally, seen as a villain, because they have not really. It's drama, but also they have not really complied with U.S. either. U.S. is. The shadow government connected to the U.S. is like the bully of other shadow governments, basically. China, even China seems to stand down. They retaliate, or whatever how you word that, but they fight back, but not entirely. They want peace, from what I see. Let's put it that way. Now, over the people in censorship, that's a whole nother. I don't think what censorship and China, what I'm getting, they don't want the United States and all our crap going into their system. That's why they have that. It's one of the main reasons. They don't want U.S. poisoning their society. They have no problems as it is. They don't want Western thoughts going into. I think it's right with that Western or the East, whatever. United States. They don't want any of our crap going into them. That's why you have the Great Wall. They don't want anything to do with us. They let it in, but they screw around it quite a bit. Not to say it's perfect over there, but they don't need any more of this that they have here. Of course, they have CIA and all that. Infiltrate. There's also another version of CIA that is Black Ops CIA, and these are the ones that kind of mutate. And I'm not sure if we should be connecting to this, but I don't care. I'll just get attacked tonight. They shapeshift. They're human, but they shift either way. They seem more like mutant-like, but they have super soldier-like. They're not seen at all. You can say it's similar to, if you're into video games, it's called the Hitman. It's similar to that, but I do see even that guy's kind of a mutant. Not in features, but kind of like a super soldier type. So it's a Hitman. It's a video game. He's bald. It's something like that. It's like a Black Ops CIA. CIA is connected to the Black Ops, obviously, but there's another Black Ops that's yeah, does all this shady stuff, elections and stuff like that. They don't have CIA, they don't have anything written on them. I think it comes from the U.S. from what I see. So I felt a little silence here when I said that. At least here. Not to say it was a big chatter here to begin with, but I felt silence here. That's something new I have not connected. I don't know what they're called, but it's similar to like the Hitman. It's similar to that because they're kind of like an elite force that's in the shadows, basically. Not ninjas, but I guess I can do that. It's like a super soldier group that's here. I imagine they go to Mars and other planets too, but most of them are stationed here from what I see. The CIA and all that can't do it, they'll do it. Whatever, I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing it. They're doing something. Yeah, a lot of these movies are putting out stuff that, because there is a Hitman movie out, and these movies they put, I'm not sure what the whole story is why they put this stuff out there, but sometimes for karma reasons, for whatever reason it is. Yeah, this elite group, they're not seen very often from what it seems either. This is something new I've never connected to. I don't know what to call them. But they are, it seems like it's more government connected there to cause difficulties there, but like I said, it's very, you can say it's UFO, but it's more government stuff here that they're dealing with. Not so MIB is mostly against us. And these guys are mostly against other shadow government figures. If that makes any sense. So, alright, I'll leave it with that. This is going to be kind of a short video, and hopefully some of this made some sense. I know this is all crazy. Not really, because when we look at the modern world, none of it makes any sense. So, it's not supposed to. Yeah, it's information to just get us ready for the big reveal. There is going to be a reveal. I'm not sure in my lifetime, but there is going to be a reveal of more of where we're heading. I don't know when that's going to happen. As part of the event, I imagine. I'm seeing it more as like the big reveal, more understanding of what's happening here. I imagine aliens are involved with it. You never know. Yeah, because my others out here that want the ascension, you are connecting to disclosure. And disclosure means that we know what's going on here, not just by information, but like seeing it. I believe if you push more for that, because that's what I've been doing too. Just I don't always feel a pullback, pushback from humanity, like the energies of human consciousness, but. It's like we're manifesting more of a understanding of what's happening here. Anything is possible. If we're sending people to Mars for no reason, why not? We're not going to the moon. Why not why not a shift in our reality where we start seeing, the space people or something? Anything's possible. Who knows? We are gearing up for some kind of, I could say, event. But I don't know what it is. Yeah, it might be this year. It's hard to say. Well, it's like event, but it seems like there is kind of a reveal of some kind coming. So that's interesting. Yeah, they're only going to say so much. That's the vibration I'm getting. As for when that's going to happen or what, I don't know. Either way, there is a reveal coming. Yes, soon. I don't know what it is though. Feels like it's this year. It's not like the world's going to change, but it seems like there's going to be one thing after the other to go into more realization of what's happening here. That'd be interesting. I guess we'll see. I don't know. I feel something's on the horizon. So it would be alien Oprah or something, something like that. So all right, we'll leave you guys. Thank you for being part of this broadcast, and be back here tomorrow. Blessings.